Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome to Return to Ash. Thank you, Serenity Forge, for the code. Let's just dive in. Let's just go. The hospital was empty, quiet and brighter than usual, like waking up on a snow day. But I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel much of anything. Weird. Normally opening my eyes to a room this bright would give me a migraine. Instead, I felt no pain at all. No aching muscles, no bed sores, not even a hit of dizziness or nausea. For the first time in 7 years, I felt completely normal. Either I'm cured, or this is a dream. Or I'm dead. Hello? I called out, but no one came. Nurse? Searched for the call button on the side of my bed, but it wasn't there. Yep, definitely a dream then. My IV bag dripped in response. Or these are some next level painkillers. What am I supposed to do now? Let's leave the room. Fine, I'll just go and find someone. Put on some slippers and walked out into the hall. Much to my dismay, there didn't seem to be anyone here either. Something was definitely wrong. Even in the dead of night, you'd see a nurse or two scurrying these halls. Or at the very least, a janitor. But it's broad daylight and there's absolutely no one. My footsteps echoed quietly in the eerie silence. I peered around the corner to see another empty stretch... another empty stretch of hallway before me. Okay, new explanation. Time to stop. I slept through the fire alarm and everyone already evacuated. I was left behind in the confusion. Where's the rapture? This is not their fault I was left behind. A nuclear apocalypse? Isn't there a bright flash before the bomb goes off? That must be what this is. I walked steadily down the halls, coming up with more and more ridiculous theories as to what was happening. Finally, a figure appears, saving me from my madness. Hello? Hi. I'm too surprised to know how to react. This wasn't the sort of person I expected to find, and she showed up too suddenly. Instead of focusing on all the possible explanations for what was going on, I should have come up with something to say when I inevitably found someone. Stupid! I didn't think anyone else was here. She looks me up and down, glancing to my IV and then back to my face. She's expecting a response. I quickly think of something. Looking for a nurse? I'm looking for a nurse? A nurse? By her tone of voice, I can tell I've just said something ridiculous. Shouldn't it be obvious from my appearance that I need medical attention? Not that I feel sick at the moment, just in general. Besides, we're in the hospital, aren't we? There should be a nurse around here somewhere. It's more concerning if there isn't. This is St. Fellows, right? Angela usually works today. I guess I don't know what time it is either. They took the clock out of my room. More and more I realize that nothing here is adding up. The woman sighs as I struggle to get my bearings. Listen, this isn't a hospital. You died. Bah! Are you okay? You're not having a heart attack, are you? No, I was just really hoping you weren't going to say that. Ah, right, of course. Why would it matter if I was having a heart attack now? I'm apparently dead. I mean, I assumed as much. I just didn't want to face it. How could I have died so unceremoniously? Unless it's just that I don't remember the gruesome details. I guess I should be thankful for that, at least. Still, to die in my sleep at the ripe age of 22. It's not how I expected my life to come to an end. The doctors never told me I had however many weeks left to live. It feels so out of nowhere. Did I really die? I'm breathing right now. Of necessity or habit? The woman clears her throat. I'm sorry. It took me some time to process my own death too. You're also dead? I've been here for about 3 months now, give or take. Wonder how she died, but it's probably rude to ask a stranger something like that. Not like I'd want to spill my life story either. So, what's your story, kid? She asked without hesitation. I'm not a kid. It's 22? Really? You look so young. Being hospitalized stunted my growth, I guess? Why are we talking about this? I died! Who cares what I look like? Wow, only 4 years younger than me. Finally someone I can relate to a little better. My life is pretty far from the average 22-year-old's experience. It's hard to imagine it'd be relatable to her in the slightest. What are you hospitalized for? It's not cancer, is it? She's so unbelievably rude! No, it's hard to explain. Was it terminal? I continue to be astounded by this woman's complete lack of tact. Can we talk about something else? Sorry, I'm asking because I want to discern what your goal might be. My goal? I'm dead! Surely there's no reason left to pursue any kind of goals. To my surprise, she laughs. This might be some kind of afterlife, but that doesn't mean we should give up on living. My name is Scarlet. I'm gonna get my second shot at life, even if it kills me. Moving words for someone who's already dead. What about you? Do you want to go back? Do I want to go back? Go back to where? Go back to where? When? To where I left off? To where before I was hospitalized? The thought of returning to my current everyday life, resuming the stasis I've been in for the past 7 years, just doesn't sound all that appealing to me. It's not that I'd rather be dead. It's more like, now that I've died, I feel like I could come to accept it. My head doesn't hurt. I've been standing here for a while now without feeling dizzy. That's huge for me. I wonder if I even need this IV anymore. Answer her honestly. I don't know. That all makes sense. It sounds like you just got here after all. What's your name? It's Ashley. Ash for short. Alright, Ashley, walk with me. I'll tell you everything I know. She turned immediately with complete confidence that I would follow right after her. So I did. Scarlet walked at an easy pace, explaining the mechanics of this afterlife as if it were a speech she'd rehearsed and recited 20 times. Maybe she had. Clearly I wasn't the first dead person she'd welcomed here. It was surreal, thinking about the situation I was in, but also how I had no trouble focusing on her explanation despite that. Usually I feel so lost in the fog. The mind is completely clear right now. Is this how my brain would function if I were healthy? Not that it matters anymore. Based on Scarlet's explanation, I should consider this place to be purgatory. We died, but we can move on from here. It's unclear exactly where we would move on to. Apparently, now it's up to death. We're on our way to meet them now. So we don't get hungry. Right. Or thirsty. There's nothing to eat or drink here anyway. And we can't sleep. You know, haven't actually tried. But after 3 full months with no sleep, I haven't had any sort of adverse health effects. Safe to say, it's unnecessary. You know for sure it's been 3 months? Time is definitely passing. I've been using my watch to track the days. Because there's no sunrise or sunset. I slow my pace and Scarlet stops in front of me. There's a pitying look in her face. The stasis isn't so bad once you get used to it. I'm already tired of how bright it is. Scarlet laughs, but I wasn't joking. I may have been spared from my usual migraine, but the constant intensity of the light was unnerving to me. If I had a choice of which hospital to spend purgatory in, I'd say St. Fellows was the better option. At least there, I had the changing seasons to look forward to. How I'd get quieter after visiting hours were over, the chatty nurses telling me about their days as they changed my IV. Being in the hospital for so long, you learn to love the little things. The alternative is to just feel miserable all the time. Not miserable, I'm still alive. But I can't even say that anymore. Grip the pull of my IV stand a little tighter. I'm still too afraid to leave it behind. The last few wayward souls who came through here, they made it out pretty quick. Maybe you'll be able to bargain with death too, then you won't have to get used to this light. Not very good at bargaining. She laughs again and presses the button for the elevator. I'll help you. I'm good at debate. Thanks. The elevator doors open to reveal a man stacking coins in the center of the floor. Don't come in! I blinked at the confusing sight, but Scarlet cut in without missing a beat. You're still at this. It's been 2 days. There's a lot of coins and the deadline's coming up pretty soon. Scarlet leaned her forearm against the elevator door to prevent it from closing. Well, can we get in? Taking Ashley here to meet death. Could you maybe catch the next one? No. Scarlet forced her way in, knocking over a stack of coins in the process. Why are you so pushy, Miss Scarlet? Because you're wasting your time. Come on, Ashley. She motioned for me to follow and I stepped into the elevator. I did my best to avoid the coins at my feet. It was an awkward ride. When we reached the basement, Scarlet went on ahead. The man moved to shield his coin stacks from her reckless drive, but it turned out to be unnecessary. Her intent seemed more focused on escorting me to wherever death was, I guess. To the side of the elevator door was another pile of coins. Upon closer inspection, they looked to be some kind of type of play currency. At least I'm not aware of any coins with a skull on them. Doubloons, maybe? Judging by the cartoony design, it seemed like something used for a board game rather than by pirates. Curious and not particularly in any rush to meet death, I stopped to talk to the man. Why are you stacking coins, Mr. Celadon? And you're Ashley, right? I prefer Ash. Celadon picks up a small stack of coins and transports them to the larger pile beside the elevator. His process is methodical and efficient. I can tell he really has been at this for 2 days. It's my trial, so I can revive. He shovels back into the elevator to pick up the next stack of coins. Trial? Scarlet, clearly tired of waiting, returns to my side. Dad told him he had 3 days to bring coins from the top floor to the basement. If he reaches a certain amount, his soul will be released. They have to stay stacked like this. If a single coin faces tails up, it won't count. Sounds tedious. No, I don't mind. It's good exercise. He goes back for the next round of coins. Leave him, Ashley. He's done hundreds of these trials. Death isn't gonna let him pass this time either. As Scarlet walks away, the elevator doors begin to close. Celadon stumbles from his place to block them. The sack of coins he's holding wobbles dangerously, but he quickly steadies them and continues his work as if nothing had happened. I feel sorry for him. I'm gonna help him. Let's help him. Here, I can help. Really, you don't have to. Looks fun. They both know I'm lying, but he smiles anyway. In that case, feel free. Clack, clack, clack. Carefully stack the coins of Scarlet scattered on the elevator floor, checking that each one is facing heads up. It's easy to get absorbed in the task, somewhat addictive even. Each coin I place down gives me a small sense of satisfaction. I'm not even getting sore from being hunched over. That part is nice. Can't imagine being stuck doing this for 2 full days, though. That's some serious endurance. Celadon came back and forth, carrying each stack of coins out into the hall. Every once in a while, the elevator door would try to close, and he would lean against it to keep it open. I wonder if I'd be more useful just holding the button down for him, but he seemed to have developed a rhythm around it. I didn't want to interrupt that rhythm any more than I already had. When the last of the coins were gathered in the stacks, I began carrying them out with him. It's so nice of you to lend a hand. Hopefully it's not against the rules or anything. I'm not messing things up for you, am I? Probably not. I mean, sometimes I fail my trials on a technicality. Well, anyway, Death didn't say anything about doing it all on my own, just that I had to carry them by hand. Am I doing the right thing by helping him? As long as he's fine with it, I guess. We step out of the now empty elevator and into the coin-filled hall. No one's ever helped me with my trials before. Usually people have their own things going on. So I was heading in the direction Scarlet went earlier. I followed, dragging my IV along with one hand and carrying a small stack of coins in the other. Are you sure it's okay for me to keep helping you? Yeah, I don't think it counts as cheating or anything. It's like you're part of my downline. Downline? Yeah, we're like a team. You do a bit of work for me, and we both profit. I can give you some of my coins when this is over. How does that sound? This offer catches me off guard. I wasn't doing any of this for any kind of profit. I just wanted to be nice. No thanks. I don't have any pockets. Well, let me know if you change your mind. I winced a little how enthusiastically he delivered his pun. Finally, we reached the end of the hall. The room we were transporting the coins to turned out to be a morgue. I could now see firsthand the result of his past 2 days of effort. Glancing around the room, I lock eyes with Scarlet. She shifts her gaze to Celadon, who is currently preoccupied lining up his stack of coins with the others. And it suddenly clicks for me. Of course the place we'd find death waiting would be the morgue. This is where they keep the bodies. The thought of it chills me to the bone, so I focus on the coins in my hand. I place them down with a rest, then move to follow Celadon back out into the hall. Ashley, wait. I stop in my tracks, then reluctantly turn to face the person who is supposed to be helping me negotiate my revival. You feel sorry for him, don't you? She's right, but I'm still inclined to argue. I'm just trying to help. His trial is ending soon anyway, right? There's not a lot of time left, Miss Scarlet. He shouts back at us from the hall. His footsteps echo down it as he goes back for more coins. You're a nice girl, Ashley, but don't you think you should focus on saving your own soul? She says, entirely focused on saving mine. Helping others while I'm at it doesn't hurt. You're doing it too. She doesn't say anything back. I'm already at the door, catching up to Celadon. His pace slows once he realizes I'm following him. As I close the distance, I try to make conversation. It's, kind of messed up that death is making you carry all these coins into the morgue. Morgue? We're walking together now. He blinks at me. Oh, right. You're new. What do you see this place as, Ashley? Or Ash? Hospital? It's a hospital, right? Oh, interesting. So that's why there's a morgue. I'm confused by what he's asking me. Do we all see this place differently? For me, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind telling you. This place looks like a rehab facility I was sent to in my early 20s. I was only there for a short time, but it left an impression, I guess. Rehab? We each pick up the next stack of coins. Yeah, I partied pretty hard back in college. I mean, I thought that's what you were supposed to do in college. Anyway, got so bad my family sent me to rehab for a bit. I've been sober ever since. Huh. I have no idea how to respond. So far out of my own experience, I can't imagine what it must have been like at all. Were you in college, Ash, before you got here? You're not still in high school, are you? No, I've been in the hospital since I was a teenager. Didn't actually get to go to high school. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry. We reached the morgue again and walked back inside. Scarlet doesn't bother us this time. Celadon and I place coins down, ready to head back out for more. Before we leave, I reconsider this morgue. This room looks different to Celadon and to Scarlet too. She told me before that this isn't a hospital. Wonder what it looks like to her. Since it's not really a morgue, it's a lot easier to push down the anxiety I feel about being in here. This is all made up. It's all set dressing. Even the coins we're carrying aren't real. Maybe I'll wake up soon and realize it was a dream all along. Stack by stack, we carry away the coins in the hall until there are none left. When I offered to help him, I didn't think I'd get so into it, but the work was meditative and helped me keep my mind off things. I'm here because I died. I haven't been able to process that yet. I just dove into helping the stranger with his trial. A trial I don't know anything about. I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to keep focusing on the task at hand. But his trial will be over soon, and death will come to pass judgment. That's how this works, isn't it? Sure enough, as we carry in the last of the coins, we're greeted by death. A hooded figure carrying a scythe, their face hidden by a mask. The sight of them startles me, but I take care not to drop any of Celadon's coins. She's young. She doesn't belong here. Scarlet must be bargaining for my soul, like we talked about. Nice of her to do that, even though I was busy helping Celadon instead. She fits in pretty well, as far as I can see. Death stares in my direction. Are they watching me? I can't tell with the mask. Do you think we have time for one more trip up the elevator? Celadon looks antsy. I'm not sure what he's worried about, though. We've already brought so many coins. This is enough, isn't it? Maybe, but one less trip wouldn't hurt. It looks like he's asking my permission. Death walks over to us before I can respond. Time's up, Donnie. Donnie? That's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. My mom calls me Donnie. Scarlet strides over to us, indignant. Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule's full, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow. I'm busy. Ugh, just tell him he failed and get it over with already. Please don't do that. I worked really hard. So the trial really is over now. Excuse me? They'll turn to face me at once. I'm a little surprised they listen. Massively uncomfortable with the intention. Are you really gonna check through every coin? Let's just check them. There's a smirk in their voice. I'm gonna flip them. Flip! And there's the catch. For every coin you brought, we're gonna play heads or tails. Any land on tails, you lose. I thought I just had to place them here face up. Flipping every single one. That's impossible. What are the odds of getting heads so many times in a row? 50-50 for each coin. That's pretty awful RNG. If my units have a 50% chance of missing, choose another attack. If it's so low, you may as well not even try. Oh, you're a gamer. I hadn't say it out loud, but the despair of the situation really struck me. I'm so sorry, Celadon. I can't help but feel responsible for increasing his burden. Not that removing my contributions would have changed this outcome. Death flips the first coin. Heads. I pick up the next one. Ooh, heads again. They're definitely taking pleasure in this. Celadon cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. A third coin lands on heads, and then a fourth. He watches the results, unable to speak, but it can't go on forever. In fact, it might be set up to make him start to think he has a chance, only for Death to take that away. It's just a coin flip, but they managed to turn it into immense psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have given him better odds. But then, would he fail for not meeting the minimum requirement? That's why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. The coin flips pause and Death turns to me. Hey Ashley, heads or tails? Tails! Wasn't asking you. Death wants me to call it. Heads. Scarlet shoots me a look, but I don't budge. I have to stand up to Death somehow. They flip the coin. Tails! You lose, Celadon. Come on, that's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he might cry, which is probably Death's aim with this. Crushing his spirit, giving him hope, only to snuff it right back out. What did I gain from toying with people like that? Celadon has done a lot of these, right? Can't stop myself from speaking up. The situation is too unfair. Yeah. So why can't you just release his soul already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts her scythe like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react. As I followed him, I can only think of how the ceiling is higher up than I realized. They drift to a stop, then grasp a handle on one of the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? It's not a real morgue, but there could still be actual bodies in there. And why had I noticed that this room looked infinitely tall until now? The metal door swings open and a long drawer slides out. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it seems to be lined with rows upon rows of hourglasses? His isn't here. What are those? A countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown? Why is this the first I'm hearing of a countdown? Never asked? Like you'd have told me? This is how long you have left to live. I stand in the small hourglass falls steadily, a human life measured in grains of sand. Nice try. We're already dead. Not quite. Celadon stares at the ground, wringing his hands. What do you mean? Death descends again, Celadon's hourglass in hand. Wanna see what happens when I turn this over? They say it in a teasing voice that's a game to them. This is someone's life! No! Celadon says what we must all be thinking. That's cool! Check it out! Death flips the hourglass over. We all expect to stand inside to reverse direction. But it doesn't. It needs to fall upwards, defying gravity. This is how long we have left to live? Meaning we are still alive. And maybe because we're still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlet said she's been here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? Scarlet lets out an incredulous huff. So you're just gonna torture him until his time runs out? Will you release him once it gets down to the wire or let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable! We're still alive, even though this is the afterlife? Can Scarlet tell you? Look at Scarlet, but she's already stormed away. She taps her foot, facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died of social death. Y'all ended up here because you're miserable losers.